Betrayal, despair, and death await the team at Hogston's Aldington Abbey. Welcome to Mostly Haunted.
Good evening and welcome to Mostly Haunted. Our paranormal investigations bring us here to this quiet and quaint mining town of Hogston. What will this evening's proceedings bring?
It was now that paranormal investigator Jonathan Mark arrived in Hogston. Jonathan's first trip was to the local library to read up on Hogston.
Like many old towns across this country, Hogston is bound to have an abundance of history. Now this is where I'd like to bring in my co-host and paranormal investigator, Jonathan Markin. Jonathan, good to see you.
Christopher Nicholas, a pleasure as always. Now, according to my knowledge and reading a few of the history books at the local library, this is the starboard side of the abbey. Now I think this is where the chefs, cooks and servants would make all sorts of meals. Again, looking at history, lots of dumplings, lots of blackberry tarts, lots of treats for the time.
Our initial hunt for the dumplings was not successful. However, we decided to push on with our investigation here at Aldington Abbey in Hogston. What will this new location bring? What else can Jonathan Mark tell us about the Abbey?
We are now at the Portside Bowl of the Abbey. And again, I'd like to bring in Jonathan Mark here. Jonathan, what else do you have for us here?
So, Christopher, rightly as you said, this is the Portside Bowl of Hogston's Aldington Abbey. Very beautiful in its architecture, as you can see.
Yes, the firm gate.
Yeah, so anybody that is into the spiritual and supernatural world researching Hogston will hear of a legendary lone gunman called Lieutenant Robert Bakewell.
Robert Bakewell. So, do we know how this Robert Bakewell died?
Well, there is a bit of information about that actually. So, he died in a duel with his biggest rival for his lover's affection. Where he was shot through the eye and subsequently killed.
So Jonathan had found a name, Robert Bakewell. Can we delve further and find out more?
We are now at the north stern of the Abbey. Jonathan Mark, what else can you tell us about Lieutenant Robert Bakewell?
Well, Christopher, you have rightly stated, this is the northern stern of Hogston's Aldington Abbey.
Yes.
And it's quite an important location on the shoot today.
Okay.
Because apparently, factually, this is where the lieutenant was killed.
Oh.
So he died, apparently, in a duel with a very close army friend of his, in which he was shot through the eye and killed. Now, apparently, it was for their lover's affection, who they both wanted to court, and history has it, her name was Doreen Wrigley.
That's a sad story.
It is.
So, what will be really interesting is what our spiritualist medium, Peter Gerald Buxton, will find at this glorious location.
It is at this time that our spiritualist medium, Peter Gerald Buxton arrived at Aldington Abbey. We were very excited what he might find out here with his spiritual guide Percy. Who will he connect with? What information can Peter give us that we don't already know?
Now, in the last 20 minutes, our spiritualist medium, Peter Gerald Buxton, has joined us here at the Abbey. Peter Gerald Buxton, thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
So, are you picking up on anything upon your arrival here?
Well, it's funny you say that. As soon as I came through the door of the Abbey today, I picked up on two spirits in particular. One of them is a very, very tortured soul, and I felt it in the pit of my stomach as I arrived. And Percy also got another one, but I'm sure as we go around the grounds, we'll find out more.
I'm excited to do this. Let's go.
Let's go.
Now that Peter had arrived on location, myself and Jonathan Mark were extremely excited to get the investigation going.
As you can see, Peter, the architecture here is quite beautiful.
Yeah, that balustrade in the corner is beautiful, isn't it?
I agree. So
Yes.
talking about the architecture,
Yes.
you have scoured the grounds, you have had a walk around for about 90 minutes. Have you picked up on any residual energy, any feelings, any spirits, any names at all?
Yes, as you say that, Percy picked up on somebody just as we came in.
Okay.
I believe to be a military man, but not army. I'm thinking Air Force, but not an operational pilot. He was a chef or a baker. And what's that, Percy? So his name was Bobby. I'm getting Bobby Kipling, Wing Commander Bobby Kipling.
We'll have to check, the Abbey's records to see if we can cross-reference that name. So that's quite an interesting find that we've uncovered. What will the team and Peter uncover as we begin our night investigation?
After looking back at the footage, could this be the spirit of Doreen Wrigley?
It is now time for the night investigation here at Hogston. And after going through all of our notes, I am excited for what this evening will bring. Peter, come and join us again.
Thank you very much.
So, we've been here for a while now. The evening is upon us. Are you feeling any more residual energy or any more based on what you've already discovered here?
Well, boys, I can get as soon as we walk through again into the Abbey, the first thing that came into my head was not a man's name this time, but a lady's name.
The lady?
Percy, 2 seconds, guys. Doreen Wrigley. She's coming on very, very strong. Doreen Wrigley. Oh, she wants me to get out. Oh.
Now, upon close inspection, we believed we have caught an orb on film. What do you think?
So Peter, it is very interesting you mentioned Doreen Wrigley. Can you
Yes.
tell us the connection that you found towards the gentleman that you picked up earlier in the day?
So, yes, it's an interesting thing. These were obviously lovers, deeply in love, but, and here's where it becomes interesting, there was another man involved. This man, I cannot get a name. Nothing's coming to my head. So all I can think is this man was his rival. And there were guns involved. Am I right? There were guns involved.
So I can look back. The ghost that you are referring to, there is history that he died in the duel.
I'm getting that. I'm getting all of that. Oh, how harrowing.
Peter had picked up on many things during the investigation. What else will we find through the night?
So Peter,
Yes.
can you tell us, was Robert an evanescence spirit?
Well, I believe he was an evanescent spirit, and I'm telling you for this reason. When we walked in, Percy was telling me several things, but one of them was about a brooch. And now this brooch, in my mind's eye, it had two letters. D. Deer.
Deer? There's a deer in the brooch.
There is a deer in the brooch.
And Peter, can I just ask you?
Yes.
Is Bobby grounded to this location?
I think he is. Give me the brooch! Oh.
Peter, you okay?
Oh, I'm not feeling very well. Give me that brooch! Oh, I do apologise for that.
We are here to try and get in touch with the spirit of Bobby Bakewell. We are here with the utmost respect for you, Bobby. If you are here, show yourself to us. Show us a sign.
Bobby Bakewell!
Bobby, if that was you.
Bobby, we do not mean you any harm. We are here as friends.
We're trying to help you, Bobby. Why won't you move on?
Was this Lieutenant Robert Bakewell? It was now time to split up and see if we could find anything on our own. Oh, I'm scared.
Robert, if you are here, can you give me a sign? We are not here to harm you. We just want to say hello. What was that? I'm scared. Robert, if that was you, can you please make that noise again?
I'm just in the back gardens of the Abbey. It's quite ominous, quite a harrowing sense to it. The guys are on the other end, so I'm just trying to see if anything occurs to me. Lieutenant Robert Bakewell, are you here? Hello? It's got a nasty presence to this here.
Hello guys, Peter here. So, just on the night walk around the gardens of the Abbey and picking up on some rather strange things. We've all split up into all our separate groups just to see if we can come to anything individually. I have to go.
What was this harrowing sound Peter caught on his camera?
Hi everybody, Jonathan Mark here. I'm here with Dougie. We're just going down into the cellar area, what is now the cellar area of Aldington Abbey. I believe this is where they cook the food for the masters of the Abbey. Peter was picking up on a presence earlier. He came to do a solo investigation and we've been unable to get hold of him since. So, we're getting a bit nervous and a bit panicky, you see. So, are you okay, Dougie? Yes, okay, well, yes, okay, if you follow me, we'll have a look for Peter. Not heard from him for quite a while. Peter?
Leave me alone! I am Robert Bakewell. You took my life, and you took my love. Where is the brooch? Where is the brooch? Johnny!
Peter!
Where is the brooch? Don't touch me, you evil pig. Don't touch me.
Peter!
No!
Where was the brooch? Where was the brooch?
It was at this time that Peter was taken gravely ill, so we had to end the investigation.
So our investigation has come to an end here at Aldington Abbey in Hogston. Jonathan Mark, can you describe for us what went on through the night?
Well, Christopher Nicholas, I'm sure you can definitely agree that the last day or so has been quite harrowing. Very scary in sections, it's been quite difficult. Unfortunately, we didn't get to the bottom of the lone gunman.
No.
Late in the night, as the viewers will see in the cut, Peter did become violently ill, and Patrick, the studio lead, had no other choice than to call an ambulance and get him checked over by a professional. Thankfully, he sat up with a glass of Lucasade and he's reacting well to treatment. He's going to be okay, thankfully.
Oh, with that being said, please join us next time for more ghostly goings on.
Good morning, Peter. It's Jonathan.
Hello, Jonathan.
Have a sip of that. It's been a rough night for you, Peter, wasn't it? Dearie me, dearie me. Okay, it's Lucasade, yeah. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling very rough. Oh.